Hello, my name is Patrick Sheridan. I'm the founder and executive chairman of G2 Goldfields. Today we've announced a high-grade gold discovery in Guyana in South America. Our initial resource is over 1 million ounces, 1.2 million ounces of high grade. In the inferred category, we have 974,000 ounces at 9 grams plus. And in the indicated category, we have 220,000 ounces of 8.6 grams plus. There's 5 main reasons I want you to look at this story today. Is one, it's a high-grade gold discovery. Number 2, we're in a great district geologically. It has the potential to host tier 1 plus 5 million ounce gold deposits. Third, Guyana is the fastest growing country in the world with growth rates this year of just under 50% of GNP. Fourth, we've got a management team that's been successful in country before, having discovered the Aurora gold deposit, which has in excess of 6.5 million ounces of gold in reserves. And finally, management has skin in the game. We've invested more than $5 million of our own money into G2, and we're aligned with shareholders 110%. Got a great new high-grade discovery and a resource estimate. We're north of 1 million ounces, just 1.2 million ounces to be exact. High grade 974,000 ounces in the inferred category at 9.25 grams per ton, 220,000 ounces in the indicated category at 8.63 grams per ton. Importantly, this initial and foundational resource estimate is between surface and 350 meters only. So this is a orogenic gold deposit. It'll have deep roots. So this is very much an initial resource statement. Our indications on all 3 major shear zones, which host all of the mineralization discovered to date, are that this remains wide open. And in fact, it looks like there's some evidence of an increase in grade at depth. And there's a very compelling 3-dimensional map, which illustrates the mineralized envelope, and in that there's 5 or 6 holes that are selected from the bottom of that mineralized envelope that clearly show not only do we have significant widths of mineralization, but we have super high grade right at the bottom of this resource calculation. So it's high grade. It's more than 1 million ounces, 1.2 to start, which is a significant deposit. It starts at surface and it's wide open to depth. Also, additionally, shears 4 and 5, which are 2 of the higher grade shears, in addition to being open to depth, are also open to the north. And so there's room along strike to add additional ounces, but there's also room at depth for all 3 zones. And so we're very excited about this initial deposit and this initial resource estimate. It's one of many that are to come, and we're going to aggressively drill off this deposit down to the 750 or 800 meter vertical depth, utilizing 3 drills over the coming months. And we're hopeful to have another update out before the end of the year, which we hope and believe will significantly increase this foundational resource. This is a great jurisdiction to look for gold in. Barrick, Newmont, a host of juniors are also down in the Guyana Shield. It's one of the best unexplored greenstone belts in the world. Mark Bristow, the CEO of Barrick, has commented numerous times on its prospectivity and its what he believes its ability to host tier 1 gold deposits. And a tier 1 gold deposit, for those of you that don't know, is a deposit of 5 million ounces, capable of producing more than 500,000 ounces per year, and generating their internal benchmark, I believe, is a 15 or 20% IRR. And so we're well on our way to hitting that target. We've only been at this for a little over 18 months. We've already got 1 million ounces, and importantly, it's high grade. And again, I can't emphasize that enough, how rare high grade deposits are, and grade matters. That's part of our motto, and high grade deposits are particularly rare. So we've got a great deposit. We're in a great jurisdiction. Guyana is the fastest growing country in the world right now. World Bank estimates GNP growth this year to be 49%, and that's, I'm not misspeaking, it's 49%, and they're estimating GDP growth next year in the order of 25 to 27%. They've discovered 12 billion barrels of oil offshore. Why does that matter to a gold company? Well, it matters because infrastructure is going to be developed very rapidly, and that'll help us with our cost structure. But just as importantly, we have a very large land package, and we have extensive holdings within the country. And as the infrastructure develops, it makes our job easier in finding additional gold deposits. And so that's another important point to take a look at G2. But the fourth reason why G2 is important is you've got a team that's done this before. Dan and myself are credited with the discovery of the Aurora gold deposit that's in production right now in Guyana, produced about 150,000 ounces this year. We found that mine, we built it. The resource there is in excess of 6.5 million ounces. So we've actually found a mine there before. We've defined it. We put it into production, and it will produce for at least another decade to come. And so this is an experienced management team. We know our way around the country. We know most of the big local miners. We partner with miners big and small, and we feel that that gives us a competitive advantage. And the final reason why G2 Gold should be in your investment consideration platform is that management has a lot of skin in the game. And I like to say we don't just have skin in the game, we have skin and limb in the game. Out of 155 million shares out, management owns about 50 million shares. We've written personal checks for in excess of $5 or $6 million. So, I think we're all incentivized and all aligned with our shareholders' interests. And so we're off to a great start. It's going to be a lot of work in the balance of the year with 3 drills running. And those 3 drills, by the way, are completely focused on expanding this initial 1.2 million ounce resource. We also have a program where we split the geological team into 2 groups. One will focus on expanding the Oko Main Zone. The other is completely focused on generating additional targets in our extensive land package. And so we've got 6 geologists in total, 3 committed to the Oko Main Zone expansion, and 3 committed to greenfields and brownfields exploration. So we have another 30,000 acres outside of the Oko Main Zone to explore. We've got 17 kilometers at strike. In fact, in the last month, we've looked at 2 of these other targets, Oko Northwest and what we call AREMU West. And we have assays pending on an additional 13 holes from those areas. So it's early days, but we have now at least a basis for investors and institutions to at least start an initial evaluation of our company. And I think the more they look and the more they scratch the surface, I think the more that people will like what we're doing. Well, thank you for your time today and looking at our news release. We look forward to developing other deposits within the Oko district over the coming months. We have pending news, as I said earlier, on a further 13 drill holes. We will be drilling Oko Main off with 3 drills between now and Christmas, and I hope to have a new resource estimate out before the end of the year. We're conscious that the stock is at the higher end of its 52-week range, but that's with good reason. And if I could just speak a little bit about the history of Guyana Goldfields, and in the 15 years that I ran that, the stock went 80 cents or 90 cents to $13 3 times. And so I think we're very early in this discovery cycle here. There's a lot more news to come, and we look forward to providing more excitement and more drill information as in the coming months.